Hello, my mic was muted. Hello, everyone. We're here to play Butter Princess. Tell me if the sound is good. Everybody else start talking. No, hold on. Hold on. Why aren't you being captured? Why? Yeah, I know that you can't hear
I
anyone
what?
but me. I'm figuring it out. Why?
Into a state fair.
Okay, there we go.
I've been to. Go ahead.
I was at the Maryland State Fair on Monday.
God, I wish that were me. I should have gone with you, Marn.
I went because I had free tickets because my mother-in-law is a quilter and gets free like, hey, you help out with the quilt show tickets every year. Was like, I'm not gonna go because I'm not actually exhibiting anything. It just gave the tickets to me and Alyssa.
Nice.
Yeah, you should be able to hear
I went to
everyone
the I went to the Maryland State Fair for my 20th birthday. Yeah, I went for my 20th birthday and I saw Smash Mouth.
Hell
And
yeah.
the dude next to me knew the lyrics to every Smash Mouth song, all of them, and tried to get on stage not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times, and each time came back with a beer for me.
That's really something special.
Yeah, random man Chuck who knew every Smash Mouth song, I think about you often.
Dude's rock.
Yeah, that guy was me. I've been to I went to the Evansville Nut Club fall festival every year when I was in college, and that was a real hoot. You got to eat the pork brain sandwich. Is kind of our big deal. Can't go wrong. Tastes gross on purpose.
I don't think I ever went to the Montana State Fair, but I went to like the county fair, which was close to as big as like the actual Montana State one. And yeah, that was definitely my state fair experience growing up. The 2 things that I remember most clearly is 1, working in the fry bread booth to raise money for the high school band, and that being the most miserable thing to do on a 100-degree day. And Vikings, which are like corn dogs but with meatballs instead, sold by like the Sons of Norway booth every year. And Vikings are just like the best fair food I've ever had.
Yeah, that actually sounds really good. I'm not gonna lie.
I once had the atomic meatballs at the Fall Fest, and what I thought that meant was that they would be spicy, and what that actually meant was that they did have a half-life and were constantly leaking radiation into my guts. So I did not get them the next year.
No.
I also used to go to the Pennsylvania Farm Show because I had a friend who was from Harrisburg where they do it, and I really want to go back because they have like a building, like a whole complex that is just for the farm show, and like they like rent it out for other events throughout the year, but it is called like the Pennsylvania Farm Show Complex.
Awesome.
Because that is like the thing that it's for, and they have it in like the dead of winter, and it's completely indoors, but it's basically a state fair, and you like walk around and you look at the animals and the craft booths and shit, and they do have butter sculpture there, so I feel semi-prepared.
So Marn, what I'm hearing is we're doing a road trip this winter.
Emma, I want to go back so bad.
I would love to. Again, the last time I went to the Maryland State Fair, they had the brand new baby chicks, and they let me hold one, and it peeped, and I burst into tears.
No!
It was awesome. I need to recreate that experience in Pennsylvania, I guess.
I did see the baby chicks this past weekend. They were very cute. We also saw a cow that had just given birth. The miracle of life, man.
Damn.
Thank you, AC Sherman, for subscribing with the message Butter Princess.
You ever realize in real time that you forgot to do it during your own dunk tank stream?
I was gonna say.
All I did during the Dunk Tank stream was, hey, it is September if anybody wants to subscribe. Andrew did just definitely get a discount on a subscription by waiting like 4 days.
Good to know.
The more you know.
I think it's set to. Well, never mind. You go ahead.
It is weird. I am gonna read the intro page of this game, and then we're gonna talk about characters, and then we're gonna play the fucking game because everybody made their characters ahead of time. Butter Princess is a collaborative role-playing game built around desperate characters willing to push their luck. You tell a story with a few friends, occasionally using dice to let you know if something you describe succeeds or fails. One player is Game Master, that's me, will know the broad picture of what might happen, but they'll need player input to create the details. A Butter Princess is the winner of a dairy-themed pageant. 12 final contestants take turns sitting in a glass refrigerator at the state fair while their portrait is carved in 90 pounds of butter. Crowds gather outside the refrigerator to behold their buttery glory. Each character will have a drive related to those 90 pounds of magnificent dairy product. Butter Princess is also about decline. Characters tend to degrade. The farther you go, the worse off you become. It doesn't matter if your character wins, in quotation marks, as long as your character plays a role in a great story. As players, you know your character is likely doomed to fail, but your characters think they have a chance to succeed. In play-to-lose games like this one, we win by collaboratively telling a good story, even if your individual character goes out in a abysmal epic failure. The structure of this game is that there are 5 rings, which are basically acts of our story. We will have sort of our rising action, and then in the final act, you will attempt to actually do whatever your main goal is, because you will have reached the. Hopefully, you will have reached the Butter Princess. I will let you know when we are transitioning from one ring to the next. I will let you know when to roll. Each ring, I will give you various scenarios and dilemmas to respond to entice you to take risky actions, which means things that you have to roll for. And then I will tell you if you have to roll. You can lose your character in this game. When a character's ruin reaches 6, they are lost. Your ruin tracks your descent. Almost every roll that you make has a chance to affect your ruin. At 6 ruin, you are removed from play. In Butter Princess, characters are consumed by the spirit of the state fair, are hauled away by security, or disappear into the crowds, never to be seen again. This is an important moment. Everyone focuses on the character's last flashes of lucidity before they vanish from the story. The player, however, continues to participate, describing terrors of the fair and offering devil's bargains to remaining players. Devil's bargains basically give you an extra die for certain rolls if you agree for something to go wrong. Players, tell me about your characters.
I have a logistical question first.
Yes.
Which is, so is there's only one butter sculpture, right, of the winner of the pageant?
Yes.
So the pageant happens first, and then the butter sculpture happens?
Yes. There are actually, hold on, it is literally written here. There are, things that you can get if you get to the end but fail to claim the bust. There is a list of those. There's a list of consolation heists that you can do, including one of the 11 other lesser butter busts.
Okay, so never mind. Yeah.
So they carve because that's part of like the pageant competition is you have to hold your shit together while in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That makes more sense.
Uh-huh.
Or less sense? It makes sense.
It makes sense.
It's like those contests where you have to like keep your hand on a car to win it type deal, where like part of the competition is you have to do an endurance challenge of stay in the freezer
while they're carving you in butter. Yeah. Emma, tell me about your character.
Gladly. So my character is Abigail Van Driesen, and she is a livestock virtuoso. Her background is a guilt-bedeviled evangelist, and her drive is to change her reputation as the disgraced 2019 Butter Princess. Now, Abigail disgraced herself during the post-crowning Q&A. Her family runs the petting zoo at the state fair. And somebody asked what happened to one of the goats. There used to be 2, now there's only 1. And because she's a guilt-bedeviled evangelist, she can't lie or else God will smite her right then and there. So she told the truth that the goat got old, we ate it, and it was delicious. And there was a riot of all the children starting to sob upon this revelation. And she's determined to change her reputation. It's been 5 whole years. She's 23 and ready to take on the world.
Perfect. Andrew, tell me about your character.
Yeah, my name's Mott. Mott Barebone, 48. My occupation, I'm the grease monkey. I work at Russell Appliance and heating and cooling services. My background is that I am a destitute annual season pass holder, and my drive is to prove my love to the Butter Princess herself. I messed up last year. Last year we had a refrigeration system failure that caused none of the contestants to be crowned as the winner of the competition. And that is not the fault of Russell Heating and Cooling and Refrigeration Supplies. That was solely my fault, and I'm here to make amends for that and prove my worth, that I should be respected both by this community, this town, and by the Dairy Council itself to gotta make things right again.
Perfect. PB, what about you?
Hi, I'm playing Belladonna Olafson. She'll tell you she's 29 years old with a wink. She is a homeschool parent. She proudly homeschools her 3 children, all of whom are off at various 4-H club activities at the fair today, which means that she has the day off. Of course, knowing Belladonna, this is not the day off. She was here to compete in the baking competition. She's walked away with the 2nd place ribbon. And complete injustice. She entered the cookies category. She made her family's world famous burnt toe cookies. All the judges agreed that they were the best tasting cookies, except the head judge. What's a nicer word than bitch? That lady from church. That sweetheart. Let's see, what did I name her? Mary Kessel. That witch, Mary Kessel. She said she found a dog fur in her cookie. Now, I know that's lies and slander, because I know that Shu would never besmirch my baking like that. And importantly, she's still got her apron on, and riding around in the apron like a baby Bjorn is an 18-year-old pug named Shu. Just imagine like Noodles the pug, if you're familiar.
18 years old is so old for a
I know.
dog.
Is definitely mostly deaf and mostly blind, but she insists it's her service dog, which is how she gets it everywhere. And my drive is to earn my place on the board of Midwest Dairy Association, specifically so I can strip Mary of her judgeship.
Yeah, Niels is right. Ancient grizzled creature.
Whenever like there's silence around her, you can still hear just the panting of the pug just from its existence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Awesome.
All right. We will start with Ring 1, which is called Misplaced Confidence at the Gate. You arrive via shuttle bus. Experienced fairgoers like you know that parking is terrible. An hour on the shuttle bus gives you time to make unearned character judgments. Describe some impression of the character to your right that exasperated you. I'm going to say instead of your right, just do the person under you in the Discord call. Starting alphabetically with Andrew, I suppose.
Okay. I'm trying to think of what let me look at your character sheet real quick and see what made a impression on me. I think that the big thing here, I think that Might has been going to this competition for a long time. I think that Might was there when he or when I think Might was there when you were crowned before, and I'm gonna say that my kid was one of the kids in the riot. I'm not. My kid didn't start it, but my kid was definitely a part of it. And she got injured. She got a silly injury. I don't want it to be like morbid, but like my kid was definitely hurt in the goat riots of 2019. And I've never quite really respected you as a we don't go toward the petting zoo much anymore. I think that I find you negligent regardless, and think that you're definitely not worthy of the butter crown. Yeah, I think that's kind of the long and short of it. I think that I've got a grudge because my little daughter, she she skinned a knee real bad in that in those riots, and it was not a good time or a good reflection on our town.
Damn.
Damn. Now, you know what I think is negligent is the way Belladonna takes care of that creature. Now, I know it caused a bit of a stink. It was not very tactful of me to say what I did in front of those children, not expecting that they maybe hadn't learned about the circle of life yet. But as a pet and zoo family, we know that sometimes it's better for an animal to move up to the better pastures upstate. And Miss Belladonna needs to put that thing right up there. That is not a cared for creature.
I don't know what you're talking about. I take it with me everywhere. He goes everywhere with me. He's my little helper. We keep each other sane together.
Oh. PB, what is one thing about Might that exasperates Belladonna?
So she was there at the catastrophe last year. And she went to go and file a complaint with the refrigeration company, and she called up and she wanted to get Might's full name. And then when they said out his full name, she was like, "That's not a full name. You're clearly making that up." And so now she thinks that he made up a name to try to get out of his predicament.
I don't know what to tell you. Rest their soul. I don't talk to my parents much anymore. It's not my fault that they named me God will make himself known unto his believers when he proclaims his glory through his might. It's not my fault they named him that. I go by Might. I've gone by Might for a long time. It makes signing up for everything really hard. Most websites have a limit on what you can sign up for your name. I don't have a Facebook. I don't have a dating profile because it doesn't work on your phone when your name's that long. So it's not my fault.
If you have a daughter, I would hope you don't have a dating profile.
Well, the good Lord blesses us within or without wedlock, I will say.
Oh no!
But she is a pride and joy, and I like her a lot. She's not with us this weekend. She's with her mom, but yeah, she doesn't really come to the fair much after the riots.
Oh no, oh buddy. The bus exhausts fumigate your bare ankles as you disembark. It is a flawless summer day. A broad blue sky arcs overhead. A sunny oasis of pleasure is past the ticket taker. Screams of joy are beyond that fence. Clear the turnstile and the crowds will part before you. What is the theme of the fair this year? And this is something that we get to decide together.
Oh, exciting.
I love how delighted that made Emma.
Please go on to better ideas after this one, but my first thought was asparagus.
The concept of asparagus?
Yeah.
Purple.
I mean, there is like an asparagus festival somewhere.
Yeah.
Purple asparagus. Now we're getting somewhere.
Yeah, because Maryland has like a peach and blackberry festival every year.
A goat year. This is why now's the time for me to redeem myself.
Oh no.
This is our why now.
After they decided after 5 years it's okay to have goats again.
Yeah, it's Year of the Goat.
It's the year of the goat.
What's up, Andrew?
I was gonna say I kind of like the idea of like this is the something memorial butter festival. Like this is
Memorial State Fair.
somebody major passed away this past year, and we have named this year's festival in honor of them.
Oh, that is fun.
I don't know if that's a mayor or if that's
It's got to be the Goat Mayor. You know how towns will sometimes have a dog mayor?
Oh, I like it. I like the idea of it being like a famous animal. That has
I
passed away in this
immediately
town.
went to like a firehouse dog or a firehouse cat or something.
Yeah, I like. Ooh. Yeah, I like it being themed after like a hero dog or something. Like the local.
What if it's the dog's retirement themed?
Aw, yeah, okay.
Not even like a memorial, just the retirement
That is
year.
really funny. They're all treating it like the dog died, and it's like, no, he's still here.
Yeah, they call it a memorial.
He's fine.
dog
He's just not on active dog duty anymore with the fire department.
by the entrance the dog is just like sitting in like a little like the Snoopy dog house. It's just like laying there. You would think it's dead. It's just old and laying there the whole time, but like it's alive.
It's actually
just
younger.
old.
It's actually younger than Belladonna's dog.
Oh, yeah.
A line of ants stream into the fair, passing unseen but beneath the turnstile. For you, entry will be more challenging. I have a list of dilemmas that I'm gonna figure out who I want to give to. I like when a game just gives you a list of problems and is like, hey, give these to your players.
I do
It makes your
love
life
that.
so much easier.
I love to have a problem inflicted upon me. It's my dirt.
Abigail, your bag gets searched by security at the turnstiles. What contraband
Wonderful.
do you have that they shouldn't find?
I have my Butter Princess crown from 2019, which I was supposed to pass on to the 2020 Butter Princess, but of course the 2020 Butter Festival didn't happen, so I never gave it back, and they didn't realize until this moment.
How are you? Okay, I guess my first question is: are you trying to take this through the metal detectors, or are you just gonna let them search your bag? Like, what is your plan to smuggle this in?
I think I was expecting to just be let through because I work the
Okay.
I work the petting zoo with my family. So I wasn't expecting them to search my bag at the employee entrance.
It may also be a case in which like they didn't have metal detectors last year and now they do because like I don't know, there was some fight that broke out last year and they were like, oh, we can't let people bring knives into the state fair anymore, you guys.
Yeah. I think there was like a conspiracy in the local paper that somebody had sabotaged the fridge.
Oh.
And that's why everything melted. So they're checking everybody to make sure nobody has a screwdriver.
I like that.
Nobody's coming in with a Phillips head.
Like a hot, hairy slip and slide.
God. So gross.
Awesome.
How do you try to sneak this past?
So I have to go through the metal detector.
Yeah.
My question
there's
for
probably
you,
like
Marn,
a guy
is...
standing there.
Yeah, there's probably just a guy checking the bags, huh?
Yeah.
I think it's at the very bottom of my bag. I'm really hoping nobody's gonna search that hard. And it is underneath a set of just like spare t-shirt, spare skirt, because obviously I need extra clothes for working in the petting zoo. They're gonna get dirty. And I'm just hoping they're not gonna search underneath that. I've kind of like wrapped the crown in the clothes a little bit.
I think I'm gonna make you roll for this, Emma.
Yeah, that's fair.
You get to demonstrate our first risk roll, which is you say what you hope will happen, and the rest of us collaboratively decide on how it could possibly go wrong.
Awesome. What I hope will happen, I am hoping that God is on my side. I am hoping the fact that I have been a part of this fair means they're not going to look too closely. And I'm going to hope that since the security stand here is new, maybe the new guard doesn't know the rules about the crown and how it was supposed to be given back, and that I am not supposed to be the one that has it.
I feel like the wrongest this could go is that you do get recognized and people are like, hey, why do you have that? Like, isn't that property of the fair? And you have to turn it over.
I mean, I think you're right. I think that's
Yeah,
it. And I think she can't lie, so she'll have to just go, yes, I have it, and I'm here to return it. I'm returning it right now. This is my current intention.
Oh no.
A lie by omission of the previous intention.
Gather your dice. Take one light die if the task is something you are skilled at. You only get one light die even if you have multiple skills. I'm not going to offer you a devil's bargain. Add a dark die if you're risking your mind or body to attempt the task. I don't think that you are, so just roll a d1.
Yeah. Yeah, because I guess I can't use my exhortation on this one. I don't get a light die for that, huh?
I don't think so.
Yeah. That's maybe like a follow-up if I try to convince them to let me keep it.
Yeah.
So just one dark die then?
One, yes, yep.
Oh baby, that's a 1.
Oh no, you fail and things get worse.
Woo!
Yeah, I think not only is the security guard like, hey, why do you have this? Like, isn't this supposed to be in like the area with like the Butter Princess contestants? But like people around are now stopping and looking in the direction of this because they're like, oh, there's drama at the entrance. This is interesting.
Can I add a detail?
Yes.
Turns out the security guy is the husband of the 2020 winner.
Oh my god! Yup! Absolutely.
Awesome. And I'm just gonna I can't lie because God will smite me. We have learned about this before. Now, dear, I realize that I still have this. We must have just maybe lost track. You know how 2020 was. We weren't seeing anybody. We were very isolated out on the farm. We did not have the pageant, and you know how things can go missing, especially in a busy house like ours. But I have it here, and I have it now, and it is now my intention to return it.
To my wife.
And as we know, your wife also doesn't get to keep it because the crown gets passed on to the next and the next and the next. I know they had to buy a new crown for 2021, but, you know, I'm bringing this one back for posterity.
Yeah, well, my wife never had it because you hung on to it, and it was, you know, like a isolation year, so they couldn't get her the new one.
It was never my intention to take anything from your beautiful wife.
All right, but if you come back through here and I find out that's still in your bag, we're gonna have a problem.
Understandable.
He waves you through. Belladonna.
Yeah, what's up? She has been waiting very impatiently for this argument to resolve. She was right on the verge of butting in before the security guard finally let her through.
So you get through the metal detector and you're in. As you get through the turnstile, a roller coaster goes overhead, and you are struck with someone's fallen fanny pack. And as it bounces to the ground, you see inside is a State Fair employee badge.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna try to subtly swipe that. I think I'm going to try to mask it by pulling a shoe out of my apron skirt. It's like an apron romper sort of thing. I'm wearing something else underneath it, but it's got a nice little dog pouch. Still got the flower stains from yesterday where I lost. And I'm gonna pull them out like, oh, okay, the dog needs to pee, and lean down. And then just kind of like, try to subtly grab that badge. Leave the rest of the bag there so that, like, I don't know, I wouldn't be caught dead with a bag like that.
I'm gonna say that you don't have to roll for this, but the ride operator does see you do this. Like, he clocks you doing this and doesn't say anything.
I mean, I should have one of these anyway. I was a competitor. That people wouldn't be coming to the fair without competitions.
Actually, an employee.
Yeah. You're practically an employee. It's fine. Might, as you're going through, the ticket taker recognizes you. Why is that a problem?
Well, the big thing is that I get to have that same conversation I have every year about, and I've had for the past year, that, like, I think that I have by now it's just like a rote thing that I'm like, it is not the fault of Russell Heating and Cooling that there was a problem with the thing last year, and my employment with them is due to my skills, and I am working to get back in their good graces. Not, it was solely an employee's fuck up. I am that employee, and I think that people do not like me after I created, as we said, a hot dairy slip and slide out of last year's fridge. But the unfortunate thing is that my name stands out on a list. You can always see when I'm in town, and so I'm very hard not to recognize, even though I do have one of those faces that you tend to forget the moment I leave. The moment I leave after I fix a refrigerator, I do have one of those faces that you just kind of forget about. But I don't have one of those names. So when my name's on a list, it tends to be of note.
Yeah, I think you get, like, the stink eye from not only this ticket taker but from like multiple employees as you're coming through. People here very clearly know who you are. They're like, oh yeah, it's the fucking fridge guy. He's back.
I'm here to make it right. I'm here to make it right. Listen, I'm proving myself. I fixed both your fridges this past year. Y'all haven't complained about those. Got a 100% satisfactory rating for Russell Heating and Cooling if you disregard everyone complaining about last year's Butterfest.
Do you run, like, local TV ads that are like, please use our fridge services? We promise it was only the one time we fucked up really bad.
I don't, but Russell does. I think that our ads are very please forgive our one employee. Like,
no.
I have been actively thrown under every bus possible.
Oh my god. Oh no.
And, like, in my own self-flagellating way of, like, please don't let myself reflect poorly on Russell Heating and Cooling. We got a 99% approval rating. That 1% was a real tragedy.
It's wild that they didn't fire you, but you're instead doing sort of an apology tour.
Yes, it is. He's my cousin, so I can't. His dad would be angry, and my dad would be angry. So, well, maybe not. Maybe I guess I'm not really in touch with my parents. He's the one guy I got, and he knows that if he doesn't currently have me hired, no one else will in town, and I do good work other than last year.
Except for that one
I have not-
time.
Andrew has
Except
not
that
currently
one
figured out what
time.
happened last year that caused this. We might figure that out of the process of this, but minus one issue, I'm Gucci.
The Better Princess competition begins later in the day. For now, scope out your competition and get something to eat. Food of every sort surrounds you, much of it fried and on a stick. What do you eat, and what pleasant childhood memory does your first bite of food evoke?
The butter on a stick always brings back just every memory. Like that is classic to this festival, and you can't eat it without thinking about every other time you've eaten butter on a stick here at the fair. I'm excited to get back to a happy childhood version of this fair and not the angry paranoid version of the fair that I've been expecting to endure this year.
Corn on the cob with, of course, fresh butter and cinnamon sugar. We call it a dessert corn. And
One of those elotes.
Fuck, I want
Yeah,
one.
yeah. Belladonna gets that because it was a favorite ever since she was 5 years old and came to the fair for the first time with her parents, and she made an absolute mess of herself, just covered in cinnamon and sugar and butter, and to the point where it became a family joke, and that joke kind of ended up pushing her more towards the culinary arts and eventually pushing her towards her deep passion for baking, which is why she now, should have won yesterday. Thank you very much.
Now, Abigail immediately goes to the Pan Oreos booth. As we know, the Oreos are dipped in the pancake batter and fried right up on the griddle. And it's always a fun little treat, a fun little snack, and it brings her back to the first time her parents brought her to the petting zoo that they run, and they just sat her down in the chickens with a little bucket of Pan Oreos and let her hang out. And she shared some of the pancake batter with those chickens, and she can still hear them clucking in her ears to this day when she has one.
Oh. We are now entering Ring 2. Hope at the Miracle of Birth Barn. Amusements beckon, but nothing offers respite from the heat rolling off the asphalt. Generators cough out diesel fumes. Frustration grows as crowds begin to vex you at every turn. Describe some impression of the character above you in the Discord call that you admire. We will, let's go backwards this time. PB, you start.
Yeah, let's see. So this would be about Abigail. I secretly really appreciated and agreed with her speech that when animals get old, then they need to move on to the farm next door, and if it's a farm animal that we eat, then yeah, you eat it. And I don't really get what the whole fuss was about. Also, let's see. I don't think that the riot was that big of a deal because my kids were in it and none of them got hurt. I do think that one of my kids is the one who gave Mite's kid the minor injury. Probably biting them on the ear is where my mind goes. But it was just an ear bite. It was just your kid was going to want to get their ear pierced anyway. So anyway, I just don't quite get what the big deal was. I do think that now passing on the crown next year was kind of a bad move, but also girl boss respect girl boss,
Now, as a fellow person dealing with maybe a little more ire at the fair over the last few years, I have a mighty respect for Mike's confidence to waltz right back in here the next year. We all know that I was relieved to not have to show my face in 2020 here at the fair. So the fact that Mike is here and confident, That is genuinely impressive to me.
I gotta say, the way that she holds that dog is, you know, a lot of people will say a lot of things about people that bring their dogs everywhere. She treats it right, which is worth something, I suppose. Makes you kind of. Sometimes you see someone treat a dog the way that you wish you treated your kids. You know, I think that that's something I can respect about you, even if I don't really respect the dog itself.
I just made a noise that I don't think my microphone captured.
I wanna make it noted. I'm a good dad. I'm just not as good as you are for that kid, or for that dog. I'm pretty good, but that dog looks a ripe, healthy 18.
Oh yeah,
God, for a pug.
You know, we like to joke in my house, but it's true that a Shu gets more home cooked meals than our kids do.
Yeah, probably true.
I hate that.
Well, of course he does. He's on a special diet because he's 18 years old.
Yeah, and he doesn't really have any teeth anymore.
Yeah, that dog is eating fucking soup.
Are you the homeschooler? Am I remembering characters right?
Yes, I'm a homeschool parent.
Dog probably reads better too.
You know, he probably did before he got blind.
Probably still does. Anyways, this is about what we admire about each other. Maybe I should shut my mouth.
Right.
I'm crying.
Hey, I said that my kid bit your kid, so you know.
Well, yeah.
Far ahead of refrigerated coolness, so extreme they wear parkas in August, the glorious butter princesses take turns modeling for their portraits. With experienced precision, the birth of baby animals is announced by veterinary volunteers. The smell of manure permeates the air. There's probably televisions where you can see a cow giving birth. I saw that this past weekend.
Awesome.
Let me look at these dilemmas. Oh yeah, actually, okay. Might you see a former butter princess? Actually, I think probably last year's butter princess, helping out at the Miracle of Birth barn, holding a newborn calf. She whispers in the calf's ear. What terrible truth about you is she sharing?
Trying to think, what would she whisper to a calf about me? I mean, I think that we don't see eye to eye much, mostly because the last time I saw her, she was coated in butter. I was trying to think of anything more interesting than just like, that's the fucker that ruined the fair. It might even be just like that. Maybe it's just that. Maybe it's like she is like, this calf has just seen daylight for the first time, breathed its first air of oxygen. It knows one thing about the world, and that is that I might, what does I say? Might backbone? Might
Barebone.
Might Barebone. Which is a real Puritan last name. Might Barebone ruined this fair. You don't know what a fair is. You don't know what this world is. You know one thing about this world now, little cow, and that is that Might Barebone fucked up.
Oh God.
The same thing that everyone else at this fair knows.
Oh my God.
I cannot even have the innocence of babes that protects me from this town and what it knows about me.
Good Lord.
Jesus.
Good to see you, Jonda. Congratulations again. Good luck with the cow.
It's gotta be like her family's cows, right? If she's the one holding the calf.
I think that she's a midwife and whispers it in the ear of everything she gives birth to.
Cow midwife.
it's one of
people
your
too.
like duties
think-
on the way out as the butter princess. It's that you have to midwife at least one cow before
You have to
passing
midwife
the crown.
yeah. It's like a death and birth and rebirth thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the cow that they midwife will then provide the milk that makes the butter for the next year's
Oh,
princess.
Yeah.
See, it's like a
Yes.
long chain.
Yes.
It's a cycle.
It's a cycle.
Abigail and Belladonna, you kind of skirt around the cow birthing, and you find yourselves taking a shortcut through the haunted house. And I am gonna need you both to make a risk roll to get through this.
What's the theming of the haunted house?
So this says describe the horrors you each witness. And they should have a butter theme to them.
Awesome.
While they think, I do want to, if I can jump back half a second.
Absolutely.
I do think that when Jonda whispers that into the creature's ear, she does use my full name, so it takes a minute.
Everyone in the crowd watching like the cow birthing is like, what's she saying? That's so long. It's like a lot of words to say to a baby cow.
It's just one. It's a compound. It's hyphenated.
Okay, so you know how in ice sculpting they use a chainsaw? Who's to say they don't do that in butter sculpting as well?
Oh.
So the butter chainsaw, which has like blunted, it's got like butter knife sharpness blades on it.
Sure.
There's a guy in a cow mask who chases you with a butter chainsaw for a little ways before then, like, it's a big joke because that turns out he was actually just going after a big pat of butter that he just wanted to cut up into smaller pieces. So I think that's the horror that I am running away from in the haunted house.
Hell yeah. Oh, actually, I need you to make a ruin roll instead of a risk roll, because that's...
Oh, yes, a ruin roll. All right, what do I do for ruin roll?
You roll 1 dark die, and then you can use a
easy.
feat of hubris if you want to gain 1 more dark die.
Let's see, what's bad about ruin rolls? Want to roll low?
I think you want to roll low, because I think it's, yeah, it's if
my dark die is
roll
higher than my ruin.
Yeah.
I add 1 to my ruin. All right, so I'm going to roll 1 dice. Because I don't think I can use my feats here.
Yeah.
Service animal or... Actually, food fight. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm going to use this food fight here then.
Okay.
So I can roll 2 and take the lower?
Yes. And you want to get
Because-
lower than a 3.
That is a 3 and a 5.
Okay. I guess equal is not higher, so I think that means you passed the ruin roll.
So yeah, I think...
This doesn't say anything about if you roll equal to your ruin. I'm just gonna guess it counts as lower.
Yeah. Unless you want to give me a ruin. I won't fight it, but regardless, running away from this butter chainsaw wielding maniac, I come across the giant pat of butter and just instinctually throw it directly into his face, and it blinds him.
Whoa. There's now a blinded guy with a chainsaw running around.
It's blunt, it's fine.
Emma, what does Abigail see?
That's a great question. I had to backtrack in my brain now that it's switched to a ruin roll, because I was like, oh, great, we're in the barn, and here we can finally use my skills. I can get a light die. And now I can't.
I can make you roll a risk roll for a guy running around blinded with a chainsaw if you would prefer.
Honestly, kind of, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Because I think... Honestly, guy in a cow mask running around with a chainsaw and avoiding that says animals skills to me.
Okay, I will buy it. Yeah, I think you like are navigating your way through this haunted house and you just like turn a corner and there's a guy swinging a blunted but still pretty dangerous chainsaw around.
And we all know the way the llamas and the alpacas on the pet and zoo will sneak up on you and snap like that, so I'm prepared to duck and go around. So I will take a light die for that. Marn, do I have to take a dark die? Is my life at stake here?
I don't think your life is at stake. I think at worst you'll get pretty banged up, but like you're not gonna die.
Okay, so I don't need to take a dark die.
Wait, I thought Ruin was only dark dice.
This is a risk
I'm
roll.
Oh, this is a risk.
Emma has
Okay, never mind.
Emma has bargained with me to make
You
this
have
a risk
set
roll.
me up to do a risk
Yes.
roll.
Actually, I'll say add a dark die. I feel like you're risking your bodily safety a little bit to accomplish this.
Because I could still get bodied by the guy.
Yeah.
Abigail's not large. Oh boy. That's a 5 on the dark die.
Okay.
So that is a success, but I do have to take a ruin.
Well, you started with 2, so now you're up where everyone else is. So that's okay. Yeah, 5. You succeed with this complication. I think the complication is that part of the interior of the haunted house is getting destroyed. Like, I think that might non-negotiably be the complication.
Yeah.
And like, people
really
are gonna see you walk out of the other side.
Fucking always. I want people to like me so badly.
They really shouldn't have made important supporting beams out of butter softness wood.
Describe how you succeed, though.
Well, I certainly do duck underneath that chainsaw as it comes around, and I maneuver behind it the same way we gotta maneuver behind some of the animals if we need a hog tie and move into a different pen. Or, you know, give them their medicines, their shots. You get very used to wrangling an animal. And, well, a human man in a cow mask ain't no different. So I get around, and he's swinging and just manages to hit one of the beams. Maybe he goes through the wall a little bit. So, like, the haunted house I'm picturing isn't, like, fully collapsing, but whoever's next to it just sees, like, this fake chainsaw jut out of the wall for a second. And you hear a scream from a small child.
Yeah,
I've made another kid cry at the fair.
Yeah, like, people who are standing on the other side of the barn probably aren't gonna notice anything's wrong, right? But, like, the people who are standing right there are gonna be like, oh, there's, like, weird noises and, like, crashing and, like, shit's happening in the haunted house.
And I stumble out and I go, y'all, that was not my fault this time. I promise.
I feel like they're making it scarier every year.
Oh, Andrew, I'm also gonna make you roll ruin. I forgot to do that.
Okay.
Roll a dark die for me.
Okay. I assume I don't have anything that I can invoke to make this better.
If you somehow can use a feat of hubris on this woman who hates you.
One of my feats is I got customer service, sway a situation with kindness, or got weave. Can I got customer service. Does she care about customer service?
I think if you want to try to talk to her, then yeah.
I can just like, hello, Jonda. You looking mighty fine up there with that calf. You're doing great.
She's just like holding the cow to her chest, glaring at you.
Anyways, best of luck if you compete this year, and it's good to see you as always. Sorry again.
Oh, roll your 2 dark dice.
Oh, it becomes 2 dark dice? Fuck. Okay.
Take the lower.
I think you
please.
get
That's
to
what
take
Marn
the
let me
lower
do.
Yeah,
one
you
with
roll
the
2 and
Oh,
2.
okay. Cool, because it's a 5 and a 1.
Oh,
So 1.
Jesus. Okay, yeah, you're good.
Would you believe that that's also what I rolled for my risk roll?
Yeah, you're
Good to
good.
see
I
you,
mean,
Jonda.
I think she still glares at you, but she's a little bit like, maybe I don't hate this guy as much.
It also just feels like Might is so used to this that like this doesn't shake him at
Yeah,
this point.
it doesn't. It can't psychologically harm you any more than you already have been.
Correct. Yeah.
As you are all heading out of the Miracle of Birth Barn, you hear a commotion over at the cattle judging area, and it transpires that a bull has escaped, and is now running around this small enclosed area. The crowd is panicking. People are going this way and that, trying to get out of the exits. Describe how you attempt to take cover, and everyone make a ruin roll for me.
But this is my moment, Marn. One of my skills is riding.
Let the other two of us go for this first, I think.
Yeah, fair.
And so we can see how Abigail...
No, I'll do the ruin roll.
I mean, if you want to try to wrangle the animal, you could make a risk roll.
I would love to try to wrangle the animal.
Because that is putting your body at risk.
Yeah.
I've got weave to pass through contested spaces with ease. I know my way through like electrical equipment and stuff. I see some lights and stuff and think, you know what? A bull's not gonna like charge through the generators, so I'm gonna just hide back there real quick.
Sure. Yeah. Roll 2 dark dice.
That is a 4 and a 1. I'll take it.
What are you at? 3?
I'm at 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, you're good. Yeah. You squeeze back in there, and you can probably just hang out there until people are done panicking and they get the bull under control.
I'd love to.
Belladonna, what are you up to?
I am going to see this situation unfolding in front of me and then look over and see an employees only door into like the surrounding like building where some of the other judging is happening. And I have that pass, so I'm just going to try to slip in there. If anyone says anything, I have a pass. So I'm just going to roll 1 dark dice here for my ruin. That is a 5, so I am going to gain a ruin. And I think a condition too?
Yes, I give you a condition. Let me pull up the list of conditions. Which would be easier if this PDF was searchable. Ooh, okay. Conditions.
I'd like to think that sneaking into this employee-only zone, I see something more terrible than a bull rampaging.
I think, okay, yeah, here's what I think is gonna happen. You walk into this employee-only area and it's full of security. It's like full of security guys on their like 15 drinking coffee.
Hello, gentlemen.
I am going to give you the condition Hounded. Deepening paranoia, fairground security has their eyes on you.
Alright, does that affect me mechanically in any way?
Nope.
Alright, I'm just feeling
Just
hounded.
vibes.
That is just how you feel.
Yeah,
'Cause
everyone just kind of stares at me as I like kind of walk through the room.
Yeah, I don't think they visibly like recognize you or anything, but you have basically just like run straight into a room full of security. Doing something you're not supposed to do.
Bella tries to act casual and like walks over like she belongs here and like pours herself a cup of coffee and then walks out the other door.
Oh, Emma, you want to roll that risk roll?
Absolutely.
To
I think
wrangle a
Abigail
bull?
sees the bull and goes, "This is my moment. This is how I redeem myself in the eyes of the other butter princesses.
No.
I can save the festival, and only I can do it. It is God's will."
Oh God.
So I'm gonna take a light die for I'm gonna take a light die for my writing skill. This definitely puts me in harm's way, so I'm gonna take a dark die for that.
Do you know how to ride a bull?
Probably I can. It
Okay.
doesn't say. It says livestock virtuoso.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. Like if your family has cows, you probably know how to, at least in theory, wrangle a bull.
And I think I'm also gonna use my feat of hubris
Ooh.
and take a second dark die. My feat of hubris is Banshee Shriek. Stop all in their tracks. And I'm thinking, I'm hollering at the bull in the same way. I'm doing like a cow call. Like the same way with the pigs, we got the suet. I'm doing something to get the bull's attention and get everybody to calm down. Smush did a lot like that noise. Hi, buddy.
Aw.
His claws are in my ribcage.
There's a joke here
No.
about yelling something that's a red flag.
Pretty much.
I want to offer you a devil's bargain, I think.
Ooh.
I will give you a bonus die if the former Butter Princess crown gets lost or destroyed as a consequence of you riding this bull.
I think that is a risk that Abigail would be willing to take.
Okay.
Because I think she's like, this outweighs. And the security guy, all he said was, I better not see you walk out of here with it.
That's fair. Hey.
And by God, I am a woman of my word. All right. This is 4 dice.
You got this.
That's a 6, baby.
Let's go. Okay.
And that's
Hell
a 6
yeah.
on a light die, and both of my dark die are 1.
Oh. Yeah, so you lose the crown, but you wrangle this bull in the sight of everyone in the birthing barn.
Awesome. I am redeemed.
At least in the eyes of everyone who's here. And they're
Yeah.
probably gonna tell their friends about it, so.
Do we
You're
think
making
anybody
your
put that
way.
on TikTok?
Probably. There was like a fist fight at the Maryland State Fair this weekend, and I saw that on TikTok, so.
Awesome. So hell yeah is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, Belladonna has like made her way out and was like looking over the fence and seeing this, and she's just pulled up and is like streaming it to Facebook Live.
Facebook Live. Oh, as you all leave the Miracle of Birth barn, a free swag bag from one of the fair booths is pressed into your hand. What contents inside bring you closer to your drive?
Let's see. Something here that I could use to prove that someone on the board is misappropriating funds for these swag bags.
Ooh.
Trying to figure out what that would be.
Just like one sponsor logo that's like 0.2 centimeters bigger than the rest. You go, I fucking knew it.
Oh, it's a coupon for your refrigeration company to come and do like HVAC at your home. I'm just like, what was the name of your refrigeration company?
Russell Heating and Cooling.
Yeah, there's a coupon for a Russell Heating and Cooling, like something that like no regular person would ever use, and it's like a $25 off voucher. And I know that Russell Heating and Cooling doesn't give out freebies, so I know that someone paid for that. That's my way in.
Say like we do 95% good work. Asterisk.
That percent is going down.
I think in the bag there is a little like Butter Princess character statue type deal. And I think that it has like some kind of like corporate like Mickey loves you style slogan that nobody would take to heart except I do in this moment because I'm here to like prove I'm better, and I am going to take it to heart. Like do your best or whatever, and I'm just going to be like, hell yeah, I will do my best. I do my best every day, and I'll continue to.
Oh.
A little figure that I'll put on a shelf, and like if anyone ever asks, they're going to get a little weirded out at how much how important it is to me.
Oh. funny.
I think there is like a shitty little calendar where each month is a photo of one of the last 12 butter princesses.
Oh no.
And this is the first one that I've seen in years that didn't have my page defaced on it or torn out.
Aw, that's nice. We are entering Ring 3, Suspicion at the Seed Art exhibit. The day wears on.
Awesome!
Crowds grow impossibly thick. There are whispers that this must be a day of record-breaking attendance. Who is the big attraction at the Grandstand Stage concert this year?
Also,
Smash
Smash Mouth. Hey now. Hey now.
You're an all-star.
Can I make this more cursed and say it's Smash Mouth featuring Kid Rock?
Oh my god.
Or is that too far?
There is specific instruction for me on something to do later, so you can say whatever you want. They're not playing yet. This is just the rumored attraction at the concert.
Smash Mouth.
One by one, the Butter Princess sculptures are revealed in the Dairy Building, with the best of the 12, the one true princess, won't be declared until later. Meanwhile, there are contests to be won. Victors at any contest might win a voucher for having your portrait taken at the Butter Barn with the actual Butter Princess. The contests available to you are... Oh, these are really good. Okay. I get to pick 2 of these. I think the first one is gonna be... Oh, I think the first one has to be go-kart race. But, and I get to add a but to this, the judge of the contest is a social media influencer with camera rolling. Which I
could
think
drive
is
a go-kart.
which
I mean,
think
I
is
will go-kart.
specifically bad for all of you at this point.
I will goat kart, but it feels a little beneath me.
Now, my question is, Marn,
Mhm.
does my riding skill apply to riding a go-kart?
That's not livestock.
don't think so, yeah. I think riding and driving are 2 different things.
That's fair. It was worth asking.
Does my
I'm
grease monkey skill help me drive?
You have mechanics and corners. Those both feel like they would help.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think if you want to use it to illegally modify your go-kart, I would let you do that.
Okay. I think I can check the engine and just kind of see that it's set to like kid mode and go, you know what? Teenager.
Yeah.
This is just like Action Park for real.
Oh, actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go and find my eldest kid, 12-year-old. What's a name for a child?
Braden.
It's a child. Yes, Braden. No, Graydon.
Hey now, Marn, we have to save that for my actual play.
I know,
now.
I was like, I know there's a reason that's in my head, and it's because Emma used it as a child and something else that we played.
Hunter.
Hunter is good.
Ooh, Hunter's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get Hunter. Not named for the sport, named for the author.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say, okay, sweetie. Now, I know you want to be playing with the pigs. I know you're having a lot of fun at playing the mud games with the pigs. I see you playing that Mario Kart on your phone. She says, meaning Switch, but she thinks it's a phone. And I really, really think you could win this. So I'm gonna make you do this, okay?
Since you're
Awesome.
all racing, I am gonna make you do a contest roll.
Well, okay, I can race if we want. I wanted to know what the other contest was.
I mean, you can do both.
Oh, okay, cool.
There's no
Then
reason to
yeah,
not
I'll
do
raise
Yeah,
both.
there's no reason to not do both. Yeah, I'm gonna make you do a contest roll, which is you all gather dice. You get to add additional light die if you can use your skills here. And then you take an additional light die for each point of ruin you currently have. So you all get 3 light die, and then Andrew gets 1 because he can use a skill. And it says take as many additional dark die as you are willing to risk. Because
What are we trying to do here?
whoever has the most 6s wins the contest, and every 1 that you roll increases your ruin by 1.
Awesome.
Okay.
So rolling more dice is technically worse, but you can get silly with it if you want.
I think Abigail is riding a high of overconfidence after riding the bull. So I'm gonna take a dark die.
Okay. Yeah, you just need, Seraph is right, you just need to not roll 1, so it's easy.
Yeah.
Good thing I've only rolled 1s on this dark die.
Oh no. Yeah, there's so many other numbers than 1 that you could roll.
Like 5 of them, yeah.
Alright, everybody roll those dice.
That is 1 6, 2 2s, and a 4.
Woo.
No 6s, 1 1, but it is a light die.
Okay.
Still
Love
a
to hear
1.
it.
I got a 6 and 2 1s, and the 6 is dark.
Are either of the ones dark?
No.
Okay.
Both
then,
1s are light, the 6 is dark.
Then nobody takes ruin.
Wait, even though my... Oh, I see. That's
yeah,
the
it's
danger
every
of rolling more
dark
dice.
die that shows the 1. Nobody takes ruin. In case of a tie, because you both rolled 1 6, right?
Yes.
In case of a tie, count 5s, then 4s, then etc.
I have
So
no 5s.
No 5s, 1 4.
I have 1 4.
Oh my god.
No 3s.
I have a 3.
Okay.
I have a 3.
Okay.
Sorry, Shu got
I
really
got 2
excited
2s.
by the zooming.
How does Hunter win this go-kart race?
So, he gets an idea. He says, "I'll be right back, Mom." And he goes and he comes back with a fried banana. And, he smuggles it onto the cart, because I taught him well on how to smuggle things into places they're not supposed to be. And he finishes his banana during the last lap. Might is a little bit ahead of him, and he throws the peel ahead. Just like in the video game.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, he wins and he gets like a fucking stuffed animal the size of him. He gets a Sonic the Hedgehog the size of him.
Yes.
Nice.
Actually, it's really funny to me if he chooses to get that instead of the invite for the portrait.
That is really funny. He gets a choice and he's like, no, I want Sonic the Hedgehog.
And then you can tell that she's doing her best to not blow her top. She's just like, why did you think I had to do the race? You said I was going to be good, Mom. Yeah. I'm going to have some words with your father when we get home.
The second contest, the second and final contest is the Lady of the Lake's milk chugging contest, where the winner will get a sword, asterisk, and serve the princess as a knight.
Very nice.
Gotta win this.
Who would like to chug milk?
Yeah, I was gonna say this feels up Mite's alley.
Who would like to chug milk?
Well, my kid screwed me, so I guess I gotta.
I don't think Abigail's a milk chugger.
That makes sense about her.
I'm gonna try to weasel my way through the rules. You ready for this? As a destitute annual season pass holder, I've done this every year that I've come to the fair, and if I check my notes, 48, which means that I've done this many times. Can I get a bonus for that?
Yes, but also I get to choose.
Yes.
Also, I get to choose who the judge is, and one of my options is your ex-wife.
I do want to say, not an ex-wife, is a former paramour. The mother of my daughter.
Well, one of my other options is your high school crush, so I think we're somewhere in between.
Same character.
Abigail respects you despite the fact you had a child out of wedlock and are a sinner.
Meanwhile, Belladonna does not.
Oh
no! But she
Abigail
does
doesn't
follow
respect
your.
you for that part.
She does follow your child's mom on TikTok.
Oh my god.
I still got it. She just doesn't talk to me much.
Oh no.
It's not that sad. It's just a one-time thing, and they had a kid, and we're fine now. We're just not in each other's lives. It's not a big deal.
Let's see. I want to use a feat of hubris here, which is I want to use my service animal to disregard a rule, which is Shu is lactose intolerant, so I need lactose-free milk, which everyone knows is easier to chug.
Fascinating.
And while that would normally be anathema at the state fair, when it is for an elderly sick dog, they keep a little bit of soy milk around for that.
Keep that thing on them.
Yeah.
I like that the implication is you're chugging the milk, but it is somehow like umbilically cord connected to this dog.
I think people have given up on arguing against reason about that dog for a while now.
I mean, they can try. They could absolutely try.
I think that
Come at
years ago they would have made the.
Do you want to get blasted on Facebook?
The dog is not the person chugging the milk, but I think that it has been long enough that they're just like, yeah, fuck it. You need lactose-free milk for that
for your dog.
Well, no, it's not. I'm drinking it. It's just something's gonna spill out of my lips, of course. And if the dog drinks lactose milk, he could die.
Right.
Yes, of course.
He's not just lactose intolerant; he has a lactose allergy. So I'm going to take him to the butter.
So I think how this is gonna work is I'm gonna have you both make individual risk rolls because I think
seems fair.
Because I think the thing that happens if you fail is that you just get really sick, right?
I think so.
But I will say, Belladonna, I will offer you the devil's bargain of you can use the lactose-free milk, but while you're arguing for it, your children are wandering away to wreak havoc.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
They're just gone.
Just when you think they're out of the ear-biting age, you know? Alright, so that puts me at 2 light dice. And then, let's see, dark dice for using my feet. And I am risking my minor body in this task, absolutely. So that's the second dark dice.
I would say you're risking your body, chugging milk. Have y'all seen the fucking TikToks of the guy that chugged a record-setting amount of milk at one of the Midwestern state fairs this year?
No.
It was upsetting.
No.
I don't like that the internet showed it to me.
That sounds upsetting.
All right,
Niels,
so-
I also had the same auditory processing that you did, by the way. Looking at the chat.
So I'm rolling 2 light and 2 dark.
Okay.
One of those games, Niels.
That's a 6 on a dark dice.
Okay. You succeed at getting this milk down.
And I get ruin.
And you get ruin. So add 1 to your ruin. Let me see if there's any dairy-related conditions. I feel like there certainly must be. Oh, there's a gastrointestinal distress one. That's pretty good.
Perfect.
Yeah, that feels right.
Yep.
Martin, what am I rolling for this contest?
You are rolling 1 light die plus you can add 1 if you can argue that any of your skills are applicable.
Does my feet apply? The background?
Yes.
Okay. I don't think any of my other skills. I can't really talk my way through chugging more milk, so yeah.
Yeah. And then if you want to use a feat of hubris, you get to add an additional dark die.
Okay. Why not? Let's do it. 1 light, 2 dark. That is a 6 on a light, and then a 5 on a light, and a 4 on a dark.
Damn. Okay, take 1 ruin. But you do succeed.
Okay.
You may even win the milk chugging competition, I think, since you rolled so high on all of your dice.
Absolutely.
Let's go. I'm here to be knighted by the Butter Princess.
Hell yeah.
I think I'm also gonna give you the gastrointestinal distress condition, though.
Fine.
I think everybody who chugs this much milk has to take a debuff. You know how when you like eat or drink something that your body doesn't agree with, and you can feel yourself getting the like Pokemon poison tick damage? That's what this feels like.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I can imagine what chugging a gallon of milk would feel like.
Yeah,
I don't want to do it, but I can imagine.
The
I have
more you
empathy.
like walk and move around the fair, like the worse you're gonna feel after this. Yeah, you successfully chug a gallon and a half of milk, and you get a little like novelty sword shaped letter opener, and a voucher to get your portrait taken with the Butter Princess.
Give a little wink to my ex as I accept the sword from her.
Powerful.
She's like, why? Why are you doing this?
Little dribble of milk coming down from my
No!
little milk
She's just
mustache.
like, why
to
are
give
you
her a
doing
little
this?
wink.
I thought we had a fine co-parenting relationship. Why are you doing this?
Christ.
It's collusion.
Ring 4. The sun sets. Lights flicker on. Food no longer provides pleasure. The smell of stale beer permeates the air. But the fair goes on. Smash Mouth has had to cancel.
No!
Oh!
A local Smash Mouth cover band is filling in for them.
I wonder if Kid Rock is still gonna make it.
The grandstand concert begins with a roar of the crowd. What horrible memory does the music elicit?
Listening to Smash Mouth.
Let's see. This sends me back to taking Hunter to a theatrical re-release of Shrek, and just during the opening intro, he got into a massive fight with the kid who was sitting next to us over whether Shrek was a goblin or an ogre, and clearly a goblin, right? So like my kid was right, but it was horribly embarrassing, and you know, that was when we really had to consider like moving over to homeschooling, because clearly public schools weren't raising him right.
Oh,
Now,
no.
as we all know, our petting zoo has many animals, but my favorites are my pigs. I love my pigs. And when I was very, very little, I saw Shrek for the first time, and they had the 3 little pigs in there, and they were talking. And my pigs did not talk to me the way those pigs talked in the movie, and it broke my heart to realize that my pigs would never be able to talk to me the way those pigs in that movie said their silly little things. And that is what this Smash Mouth cover band is reminding me of.
Oh no.
Think that the last time I ever heard the roar of a crowd, it was against me, and I think that damn, it's amazing how like people can give that kind of a roar that's so cruel to someone like me, but one that's somehow good and give it to a Smash Mouth cover band. The world's a unique and cruel place.
The carving of all 12 butter princesses is complete. Whispers in the crowd that this year's butter princess has been crowned. Now you know which statue you seek. Time to find a way to seize it.
I would also like to say that as this concert is opening, Belladonna is hiding in a porta potty
Oh my
because
god.
A, she kind of needs to be here, and B, because she's pretty sure that security is on her tail. So she's like cracking the door, peeking out, then realizing, oh wait, nope, need to shut the door.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how are you all attempting to like sneak past the grandstand? I mean, if you're if you're in the porta potty, I'm gonna say your dilemma is that you see a out of control golf cart heading for the porta potties.
All right, let's see. I
mean, I'm gonna say make a risk roll, I think.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think about like how I'm trying to get through this. I have good time management and snobbery. You can cause harm with food, which my kid did too. Very proud of him. Let's see. I guess I'm pretty high ruin, and I'm starting to lose my grip on reality a little bit here. It's been too long at the state fair. Quite honestly, I'm a little bit disappointed in Shu for not quite doing as much like service animaling as I expect out of him. And I saw Abigail ride that bull, and I was so impressed by that. I saw how everyone was starting to come around on her after that. I could do it too, right? Yeah, I can do it too.
Oh no.
I can do it too.
Oh,
so
no.
I am going to try to just like go back to my high school acrobatics days, which I did for like one semester, and just do a clean, easy hop into the try to do the Brock Sampson falling into a car move.
Out of a porta potty?
I'm gonna stand up on the toilet and just get ready. Trying to time my jump right. I do have good time management.
Awesome.
Can I get a light dice for having good time management?
Yeah. I'm
And I'm risking my life and body, so that's a dark dice.
I'm gonna say I will devil's bargain you and say I'll give you that light dice, that light die, but you are gonna attract unwanted attention. Because I think a lot of people,
it's already here as far as she's concerned.
a lot of people are gonna see this happen.
All right, one dark, two light. I don't think I can use my feats here.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I would love to use Shu, I don't think I'm breaking any rules here. That's a light 6!
Ooh. Yeah, you succeed.
Light 6, light 4, dark 2.
Describe how you succeed.
This shouldn't work. In no world does this work. And yet, there I am, driving the out-of-control go-kart. I've got my hands on the wheel. Shu has his little front paws also on the wheel, helping me steer a little bit. And we are now plowing through. I think we are headed straight towards the butter sculptures. I don't quite know what my plan is at this point, but it's going to be destructive, whatever it is.
I think that the video of this happening is going to be a sensation on TikTok in about 8 hours, is what I think. There are already teens posting this.
Latrine ladies trending.
Yeah!
Porta PTA mom.
Porta PTA mom, there we go.
Jesus Christ.
Like I'd ever be associated with those hives of scum and
I was gonna
villainy.
say, I think you take offense at that.
Oh, Emma, what's Abigail up to?
I think Abigail uses this moment of distraction to start making her way around the grandstand.
I think that you have to deal with a Smash Mouth mosh pit as you're making your way through the grandstand.
Awesome.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Of mostly frenzied teenagers. And I do think that this brings you back to the children riot of 2019.
Yeah, I do think I'm just like having a moment here.
It's
not as bad because, as we all remember, Abigail was a teenager during the time of the children riot. She was just a ripe, fresh 18 years old.
Yeah, but now
Who knew
like,
that life would take such a turn?
Now you sort of like I think like you probably went back to the farm and like nothing like that has happened. You haven't been in such like a crowded area in a while. And I think like being around this like massive group of children and teenagers all very like close to each other and like thrashing around just bringing it back in a bad way. So I'm gonna say make a ruin roll.
That makes sense. So I think that's just one dark die, right?
Yes.
I don't think my feat of hubris, because my Banshee shriek would draw a lot of attention to myself.
Yeah,
is the thing.
I don't think that you want to do that.
Yeah. That's a 4. And my ruin is a 3.
Yeah, that ticks you up 1 ruin.
Woohoo!
Let me go back to...
She is panicking.
I need to just screen cap the conditions page and like have it open another tab because I keep having to scroll back to it. I'm gonna give you the condition. I'm gonna give you the condition oversensitive. Because I think that you're a little overstimulated right now.
Awesome.
Andrew, what's Might up to?
I think that Might feels more comfortable among the devices than he does among the people right now. Because they're Smash Mouth fans. And I think that they... I think that he has a... I mean, he's worked the event before. He kind of knows the ins and outs of the tech setup. So I think that he's like... kind of in there. I think that he knows that he's kind of... He's not supposed to be there, but I think that he also knows, like, no one's really looking back there unless there's a problem, and he hasn't caused any problems, knock on wood. So I think that sneaking through them is probably his best option. It's kind of like going through the rigging rather than through the crowds.
As you're doing this, you see that like a lot of people working the fair have sort of like meandered away from their booths to look at the concert. And you see at a woodworking exhibition booth, someone has abandoned a chainsaw. A real one this time.
I don't think I take a chainsaw because I'm not trying to draw attention to myself or destroy the fair.
That's fair.
I think that now there is a part of me that thinks someone should mention the fact that there's a chainsaw sitting out. But I don't want to draw attention to myself, so I'm just gonna...
just gonna not tell anyone.
I'm not gonna tell anyone about a loose chainsaw.
Awesome.
I do think you also see that like some of the security have run off to deal with the golf cart, and they have left some of their vehicles unattended as well.
See, I hate that I know that I'm doing great improv by being like, no, but I do think that
I just want you to have options.
I do think that Might is sneaking through. I think he's sneaking through the I think a car would slow him down. I think that he knows he wants to like sneakily get to the winning Butter Princess statue. I think that that's really the end of what he's going for. I don't think that he wants to steal a car either.
I do love just sneaking past like a bunch of weapons and a vehicle.
I already got a sword, baby. I don't need a chainsaw.
Oh my god. The fireworks finale begins. Darkness, punctuated with bursts of light and sound that provide cover for the big butter heist. Desperation in the dairy building. Ring 5. I wish I had thought ahead of time to have graphics with the names of the rings that can pop up on screen. I only just now realized that would have been funny to have them in big text. Your body...
Add them in post to the VOD.
With like a Vine boom. Jay, if you're listening to this, your bodies revolt at what you have put them through today. How do you feel the strain?
My guts are ruined, man. The biggest hindrance right now to me sneaking is that I'm crop dusting as I go from place to place, praying that it's silent and that it's not blowing my cover, but I do need to let out some farts as I go. You cannot chug that much milk without, like, needing to trust a fart.
Yeah.
For me, it's the chugging and then, like, walking around for the rest of the day. Like...
That certainly doesn't help. Yeah, no, I'm waterlogged and gassy is not a great combination. You're water bending and air bending right now.
Bella has the worst tummy ache of her life from the anxiety, from the milk, from the awkward weight of her pug that she's been carrying strapped to her chest all day, and from the turbulence in the out of control go-kart that does not have functioning brakes. So it is all she is doing to not hurl everywhere.
Oh no. Oh, girl.
Now that the adrenaline is like crashing from riding the bull, Abigail is so physically sore in all the parts of her body because that was just like a crazy thing physically for her to be able to do and get flung around. The bruises are turning just like a deep, deep purple from getting flung around by this bull and doing what she did. And on top of every muscle in her body starting to hurt, just like viciously, she's also overstimulated now from maneuvering through the crowd. So everything's too loud. She's too aware of the way every one of her joints feels. And she is just like sore and her brain is on fire.
The dairy building is sadly nondescript, just vaguely textured concrete painted a pale, crumbling yellow. It doesn't seem a palace fit for royalty. Inside the dairy building, an arc of glass refrigerators are filled with a stunning array of milk, cheese, butter. There is a row of a dozen nearly identical butter busts. At the center of the arc, there's a spotlight on one. A tiara glitters spectacularly from this glorious bust, protected by a glass display case. The sculpture of the true butter princess is there, but crowds of adoring fans are in your way. Is Belladonna just plowing through this building? Okay.
I can't stop it if I tried, so sorry, folks. Also, I want to point out that she has the least reason to be actually wanting to get the butter princess. I don't know why she's decided she needs to go here. If anyone has ideas, I would love to take them.
I was wondering, I feel like it's just like we're at a point of desperation where it's like, something's gotta give, man.
The day has been spiraling. She kind of set her hopes on, like, maybe if I can see her. Maybe if I see her, then it will snap into place.
To step back, I thought we were going to compete to be Gutter Princess. I think I misunderstood the concept of this game.
You're heisting the butter bust.
Yeah, I thought we were trying to get the butter bust, but like we win it by being the butter princess.
Oh my god.
I mean, that would have been a good strat.
That would have been a good strategy.
That is one way to steal it.
Anyway, yeah.
All right, I'm sorry. You were plowing through a crowd.
Yes, security is chasing me on foot, on bike. I think a couple of them on like I think they can't get cars into here. Or if they can, like, they have to drive really slowly.
Yeah, no, it would be, like, absurd for them to get a car into here, into this building.
Oh, actually, no, there's one catching up to me on a moped.
That is really funny. the book says they have segues as well in a dilemma that I didn't use, and I do think it's funny if one of them is chasing you on a Segway.
Marn. Yeah.
Chat, is Marn a robot for you all or just for us?
Oh no, am I back? Am I not a robot anymore? Okay, you all are hello? Chat says Marn good.
Chat say Marn good.
Yeah, Emma is robot.
Cat.
I think Discord bad. There we go.
Oh,
Okay,
welcome back.
you sound better now.
Yep.
Yeah, Discord was having a moment because I couldn't hear any of you. But chat could hear me perfectly.
Chat says Marn good, Emma
Wow.
robot.
Yeah, because Discord.
Rude.
Yeah, Discord was having a moment. Yeah, it's very funny to me if they're chasing you on like foot and segways because the book does say that they have.
Oh, actually, the one who's
segways.
catching up to me is on a hoverboard.
Perfect.
Just leaned like
Such
45 degrees
legends,
forward to
damn.
like hit max speed.
I feel like I have to resolve the golf cart before anything else.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I do like the dilemma in here that's a 90-pound block of butter
Oh,
gets
I
very...
cannot understand you again.
Oh no, oh god, Discord.
Do we want to swap audio over to Video Ninja?
We can. Yeah, hold on. Yes, let's swap to Video Ninja. I don't think this is my internet. I think it's actually Discord is crashing, which
Yeah,
is
because it was happening with Emma too.
Yeah, hold on. Let me unmute everyone on Video Ninja and then also join the room.
Alright, I'll mute myself in Discord then.
Okay, now can everyone hear? Oh wait, hold on. Let me set up my mic and Video Ninja. I heard Andrew.
Okay.
TV,
I can't hear you. Can you set a camera in Video or audio source in Video Ninja?
I can hear Andrew.
I hear Emma.
I hear Marn.
Well, hold on. Am I hearing?
Well,
are
oh
you
yeah,
hearing
you're
me?
still in
Yeah.
Discord. you rat fuck.
I'm telling hold on, I'm telling Video Ninja to allow my microphone. Now you should be able to hear me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Now I can mute myself on Discord. I think it's legitimately like Discord the application is going down.
I think Discord's acting up. Yeah.
But we're here. We made it.
Can they hear us in Twitch?
Jack, can you hear us?
Hi.
We need an audio
Hello.
source from this instead of from Discord that we were using before.
Yes. I'm not gonna mute myself on Discord because my my React guy will not light up. when
And
talking.
I'm gonna mute you on
Yeah,
Discord.
so feel free to mute me on Discord.
Mhm.
Yeah, we hear Miles, so PB is working. Perfect.
Alright, I'm here.
Welcome back. Yeah, I think Discord is crashing because my computer is Ethernet cabled into the router and it's still doing that. So I think it's an application problem, which is awesome. I love that happening while we're streaming. I was saying to resolve the golf cart. I like the dilemma in here. That's a 90-pound block of butter gets very slippery in the summer heat.
Awesome.
Oh,
Which
no,
I
A little
think-
flashback to last year.
Yeah, which I think... I think this is a flashback to last year, and I think it also creates a road hazard for you and the security guys. And also the crowd that's trying to get out of your way as you're careening towards these glass refrigerators.
Alright, I think I have to bail out.
Yes, and I think that is a risk roll, for sure.
Alright, I don't think I can use food as a weapon here.
Mm-mm.
And I don't think any of my skills apply here. I have time management and counting, but I feel like I was already stretching to use those. So yeah, I think I'm just risking body and just rolling 1 dark dice.
Yeah.
And if I don't like this result, I can add another dark dice and roll again.
That is
I
true.
believe is the rules. So that's a 4 on a dark dice. But I want complete success here, because I think otherwise I'm not getting out of this. That's a 6 on a dark dice. Which means I succeed and also bump my ruin to 6, which
I was gonna
my
say
character's
that
done
does,
anyway. But that's what was gonna happen here. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Ruin. Where is losing your character? It's in here. Losing your character. What happens to Belladonna?
She successfully dives out of the go-kart. And the go-kart goes crashing into the glass building, and it is, this is not going to be good for the butter sculptures. And she realizes what she has done and just tries to disappear into the crowd. And so she tries to fade into the crowd, and then 30 seconds later is being hauled out by both arms by 2 security guys.
Yeah, surely the security guys just kick her out.
All right, let's go, Porta PTA.
Her children are still in the fair, though.
Oh yeah, no, they're fine. Their dad's there somewhere.
Somewhere. Might and Abigail, you both see this golf cart with no working brakes careening towards the glass fridges where the butter sculptures are kept. Do you do anything about this?
I think I try to dive in front of it to save the generators for the refrigerators.
Ooh, roll me a risk roll.
Yeah. Look real quick.
I can offer you a devil's bargain.
Oh, that's true. You can do that now.
Because if you're diving in front of it, that's right where the butter spill is. You are going to be absolutely covered head to toe in butter.
I'm used to that by now. I was here
You're
last
a grease monkey.
Actually, yeah, I'm better than most at dealing with being covered in grease, I think. And that what is butter but grease persevering. What am I rolling for this? I'm sorry.
You can take a light die if your occupation or background help you, which I would say probably, yeah, they do.
Cool.
You take a light die for accepting the devil's bargain.
Cool.
Take a dark die because you are risking your body to attempt the task.
Yep.
And then if you want to use a feat of hubris, take another dark die.
Why not? I'm gonna push it. Let's do it. And I'm looking for 6s across the board.
You are looking for either 4, 5, or 6.
4, 5, or 6. Got it.
4 or 5
Okay.
is success with a complication.
Right. Okay.
5 or 6 will up your ruin.
But only on a dark dice.
Yeah, only on a dark dice.
Okay, that is 1 6 on a light, 1 6 on a dark, a 1 on a light, and a 4 on a dark.
Okay. So up your.
Sorry, 4 on a light, 1 on a dark.
Okay, so your ruin goes up by 1, but you do succeed.
Hell yeah.
That's a complete success.
Hell yeah.
I will give you the condition Butterfingers because that seems the most reasonable, which is just you're really greasy now.
Sounds good. I'm dairied up inside and out.
Oh,
How do you stop this out of control golf cart?
I think
More lactose than man.
I get in front of it. As I do so, I start getting coated in the butter spill in front of me. But I think I use that to my advantage to lead the car by being a little slick so I can do this. I think I reach ahead of me and turn the wheel. and I also know this layout well enough that I'm able to like prevent it from hitting a generator or anything like that would affect the refrigeration. I think that I am able to like bring it to I might hit a person. I don't know. I'm here for the midgets. But I'm here to like reach in from the front and try to like turn it off that way while using my buttery legs to like. I think it's one of those things that like if they weren't greased up, then they'd snap out under me or whatever. But because I'm greased, I can like slide with it and go to a halt instead of just like
You do the Akira slide.
I'm basically reverse Akira sliding with a go-kart. Yeah.
Greasy golf cart.
Correct, yes.
Oh, perfect. I do think because you do this, like, you have sort of achieved your redemption in the eyes of the fairgoers. Like,
I would hope so.
You are going to forever be known as like the guy who threw his body in front of a golf cart to stop the butter sculptures from being destroyed.
If he had died here, he'd be a happy man.
He would die a hero, yeah.
Just like the dog that's not actually dead.
Yeah, just like the dog that's not actually dead.
Just retired.
I will make myself known unto my believers when I proclaim my glory through my might.
They might have been theme next year's state fair around you.
Even better. The butter knight. I got a sword. I've deflected a beast.
It is a novelty sword, to be fair, but still.
It's still a sword.
Oh. Even the mother of your child is impressed.
That's hard.
Emma, what is Abigail up to in sort of the closing moments of our fair disaster?
So Butter Princess is a game about ruin.
Correct.
It is a game about losing.
Uh-huh.
Abigail's doing too well statistics-wise right now, but like emotionally, I think that's Abigail's breaking point. I think the near-death experience of this go-kart almost hitting, I think she gets splattered by the butter.
Oh my god.
I think she is just gonna have like a full breakdown. She just like starts laughing and she goes towards the Butter Princess statue and she just kind of holds it and takes the crown off of it and puts it on her own head and is just like crying and laughing at the same time.
Is it not only that, but also seeing somebody else get to be the hero of the situation?
She almost redeemed herself.
Yeah.
She was so close and now no one's going to remember that she saved the bear from a raging bull when every part of her body hurts so much from that. Her dress is like definitely dirty and torn from it too. Her own crown has been shattered from doing that. So she is going to put on the Butter Princess crown and hold the Butter Princess statue and just kind of wave to the crowd.
God.
Beauty Queen style while laughing and sobbing.
What an incident we've created.
Mm-hmm.
In the burst of colored lights, you notice a small, somber memorial to aerial stunt performer Kitty Middleton and tightrope walker Lloyd Relham, performers who died at the fair while entertaining the masses. Where are you weeks from now?
I think my phone is ringing off the hook trying to get more refrigeration fixing deals and like people wanting a appliance specialist to come out to their house to fix stuff, something that I haven't been able to do on my own in a long time. It's been through Russell, and everyone gets sad when I show up. Now I think people want me to come, but I am recovering from I assume that I took a decent amount of injuries stopping a golf cart.
Oh, for sure.
I thought I might die I jumped in expecting my guy to die if I failed. So I think that I'm tending a broken leg. I'm not able to fix people's appliances, but I promise I'll get to them as soon as I can.
Oh, PB, where's Belladonna?
Let's see, Belladonna leaves the hospital after a few days after dealing with some issues that are honestly quite too embarrassing to discuss in public. She wasn't injured by the goat cart very much, just a couple bangs and bruises, but drinking a gallon of soy milk will do some things to you. And I wanted to lead into my silliest impulse here with her, and just as we are starting to pull out on her, like, reuniting with her family, she still has the pug hooked up in, like, a chest backpack, like in a baby Bjorn. And then we start to cut back to other moments where it almost seems like the dog's in control, not her. Like, the dog, like, licking its lips as she starts to drink the soy milk. The dog, like, kicking her right in the kidney right before she picks up the butter to throw at the chainsaw guy. Her cutting the brake lines in the go-kart. This was a Ratatouille situation with the pug. With
oh my
Shu.
God.
And this was Shu's revenge against we never named the memorial dog, did we?
Nope.
The retiring dog. Dog's name was Gronk. Actually, before the football player became popular. Anyway, Shu and Gronk have had a grudge for a long time, and this was Shu's great revenge, ruining Gronk's state fair.
Oh my God.
I think they named the dog Gronk, and then the football player named Gronk started up, and then they got upset and they started calling it Baby Gronk. And then later the TikTok kids started popping off, and they were just like, just retire the damn dog.
Yep.
We can't do anything else here. Oh my God. Emma, where's Abigail?
I think Abigail's meltdown actually garnered her some sympathy from the fellow fairgoers. I think it is the kind of moment where, like, obviously not everyone. Some people are still gonna hold grudges and still be kind of a dick. But I think in that moment, they did go, oh, we did, like, extremely bully this 18-year-old directly into a global pandemic. That can't have had good effects here. And using that newfound sympathy and kind of realizing that, like, okay, I've had my breakdown. I can move on from my era of the Butter Princess. This is not everything in who I am anymore. And I think she starts using some of the petting zoo as like animal therapy for state fair trauma.
That's
state
so
fair induced
nice.
trauma, and talks to the fair about setting up a specific program for former butter princesses to cope with no longer being the butter princess.
That's really funny. She hangs out with the former butter princess that was birthing the cows.
Yeah, yeah, she does.
Oh, I feel like we've already kind of tackled, is there a memorial recalling your efforts here? Because the next state fair is named after Might.
Yeah, that's true.
The sign goes way over budget because they insist on using his full legal name.
Oh my God. This game rules.
This game rules.
Thank you all for playing Butter Princess with me.
That was very fun.
Thank you all for watching as well. And tomorrow night, me and Riley and Andrew and Sam, and I think possibly Juliet and the Alexandrites are going to be here doing a princess tier list with, I believe, 80 to 100 princesses.
Good Lord.
Because
That's too many.
Because we were gonna do a bracket and then too many people submitted to the bracket. So Riley was like, what if we just run through all of them and do a tier list?
Oh boy.
And that's gonna be pretty fun, I think.
Looking forward to it.
I am extremely excited. I'm getting my COVID vaccine tomorrow as well, and because I forgot that we're streaming tomorrow, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go straight from getting my COVID shot directly into arguing on stream for like 3 hours.
All right,
Awesome.
new goal. All of us go get our COVID vaccine shot tomorrow. Let's have this be the wildest stream imaginable.
Honestly,
It would be really funny. Yeah, so come out tomorrow, come out Saturday and Sunday. Saturday is visual novel. Saturday people are gonna stream. I forget the name of the game.
Shoot, what's the name of it? It's
it's the really famous Princess Maker game.
Yeah.
I forget the name of it.
it doesn't actually have princess in the name.
Hold on, I'm pulling up the schedule.
And it's not Slay the Princess because we've already done that.
Yeah, it's
Otherwise
a
it would be Slay
Princess
the
Maker game.
Princess.
It's a really famous one.
It's one where you have to raise a princess
Yeah.
to survive all
you
the
see-
assassination attempts on her.
You'll know what it is. And then Sunday, a bunch of folks on one of the upcoming seasons of Rataf are getting together to play Good Society, set in Crosstown, the setting for that season, Toxicity and Interstitial Investigations, which is coming out soon. And I'm very excited to watch that. So, yeah, stick around. Thank you for watching. I am gonna take us to the end screen.